Tonight's referee, Alhambra Nievas. We're in safe hands. The former Spanish international, the first woman to referee a men's international test match. She also adjudicated the Rio 2016 Olympic Sevens women's gold medal match. Okay, we're all set to go here. England, second ranked in the world against the team that finished 8th in the Rugby World Cup on home soil last year. Neen Briggs with the kickoff. England, Grand Slam, out of the question. Six Nations title and the Triple Crown still on the table. Vicky Cornborough with an early carry. There's Katie Mattinson at scrum half. And the Red Roses with an early penalty.
And that's a good start by England there. We saw a good carry from Poppy Cleall straight away, and then good hands by Vicky Cornborough. Starting with intent, they do look relaxed but focused, so it's a good start from England there.
Katie Mattinson making her 7th Test match appearance inside Katie Daly-McLean. How important is that, Kat, to have such experience outside a young player?
Well, it'll just give Katie Mattinson confidence, because Katie will be talking to her the whole time, helping her out and just making her feel confident, and I think that will really, really help.
21-year-old Amy Cockayne playing her 41st Test match. Feeds the line out. No problem for England. Daly-McLean slightly across field to Langitima. Langitima plays a rugby for the Bristol club. Here's Danielle Waterman in the 11 shirt, playing on the wing. Normally a fullback, of course, but such is the form of this woman, Ellie Kildunn.
Ball is there. Ball is there.
Well, had a mortgage on that 15 shirt of late for the Red Roses. Daly-McLean again to Sarah Hunter. 15 years between Ellie Kildunn and Nolly Waterman. Here's Daly-McLean running at the Irish defence. That's Kira Griffin going in for the turnover, and Ireland have done well here to rob the ball off England. So good first up defence. Neen Briggs kicks deep into England territory. Getting back for the Red Roses is Marley Packer. She decides to tuck it under the right arm and run into the Irish captain. Mattison once more to Daly-McLean. She decides to kick as well, looking for touch, and she's just overcooked it. So
I think England need to be careful there, because Ireland are getting in over that ball very quickly. They're going for the jackal, and it's slowing England's ball down. We had an example there where they cleared the initial threat, but then no one else came in. They stayed out wide thinking about that second phase. Well, there is no second phase if we don't secure that ball, so England need to make sure they commit enough numbers to get in there. Here it is. They do the initial clear, and then they come through, and Ireland win the ball.
England have stolen it at the line-out. But another penalty back the other way. Not releasing the player on the ground is the call from Alhambra Nievas. So once again, Neen Briggs can kick to the sideline.
I think that's the thing there as well. When you get a turnover ball and then you end up sprinting onto it, if we don't react quickly, then that's going to look like it's going to be a turnover, because Amy might get done here for holding on just because the support. You can see the first 3 players there are Ireland players, but on a turnover it is difficult.
So interestingly, the tight head prop, Leah Lyons feeding the line out there for the Irish women. And they will go the drive here. Trying to suck in a few England defenders, but they've managed to shove it back the other way. Sarah Hunter at the back of that England defensive maul. There's Nicole Cronin. First Six Nations start for her. Ireland so disappointed after that loss to Scotland at Donnybrook last week. Ball on the ground, Ireland going forward. It'll be an Ireland scrum.
Messy breakdown so far, I think, from kind of both sides, because England there kind of did what Ireland are doing to them. They threw the numbers in, put the pressure on, then obviously became unplayable, and Ireland get that put in of the scrum. Leah Lyons actually used to be a hooker, so that's why she'd be thrown in there. Like that's her initial position, and now she's moved across the prop.
More than capable of playing that role, Lyons. Scrum goes down here on the near side. We'll reset.
Yeah. This Everything is right, but we need to stay.
Last time these two teams met, England got the better of Ireland 34-7. That was in last year's Six Nations Grand Slam decider. Ireland have beaten England just twice in 25 previous tests.
Crouch!
Both in the Six Nations back in 2013 and 15. England unbeaten at home in the Six Nations in 2 years. Remember, they've won 14 of 21 Six Nations titles, including that Grand Slam victory last year. Heavy scrum coming on from the Red Roses here, but Cronin, a little bit of a mix-up there with Seninaupu. Knock-on is the call, so a lot of pressure coming on at scrum time there from England, causing the Ireland pack problems.
Yeah, well, as you mentioned, Amy Cocaine's age, she's so young, got so many caps already to her name, and Sarah Byrne's been making her mark, and you've got Vicky Cornborough doing the same, so this is a front row that really wants to prove themselves.
Crouch!
Really is a world-class front row, isn't it? Vicky Cornborough, Amy Cocaine, Sarah Byrne. Sarah Byrne has been outstanding in this tournament, used to be a loose forward and plays like it. And that time Ireland getting the shove on at scrum time on the England feed, and perhaps slightly unfortunate for the decision to go against them there.
Was the flanker not bound, possibly, or yeah, off her feet? Messy scrum still, though, isn't it? It looked like it was initially like a good hit, and then he just started to get driven and is twisting around. I think they just need a few, and then it gets settled, and they can learn about each other and work it out.
Have another look at it here. On the loose head side here, Lindsay Peat really took the initiative of that scrum. So Amy Cocaine went to Fielding High School in the Wairarapa in New Zealand, the same school that Aaron Smith, Cody Taylor and the Whitelock brothers went to. Back in England playing a rugby these days, and here they come. Daly McLean, Burford. Coming in off a right wing is Kelly Smith. Still going, Kildun to Waterman. It's a fine tackle from Megan Williams. Good quick ball for England, that's what they want tonight. That's a good hit up that time from Poppy Cleal. Daly McLean again, slightly behind Marley Packer, but Langi Tima sets up a breakdown. Mattinson again, Daly McLean. Really is the focal point of this Red Roses side. Everything goes through her, and Sarah Hunter makes some yards. Good clear out coming in from Lindsay Peat, trying to disrupt that England breakdown. Here's Packer. Packer started both the 2014 and 2017 Rugby World Cup finals. Vastly experienced player. Daly McLean checks off a left foot and decides to kick again. This one has stayed in field. It's over the head of Louise Galvin. Louise Galvin followed it over the try line, but she's run it out from their own line here. Good counter-attack from Louise Galvin. Just a second cap in international rugby, her first start for Ireland tonight. That's the captain, Kira Griffin, calling from some assistance from a hooker, Clayna Maloney. And she gets it.
Use it!
Referee tells the Ireland players to use it. Nicole Cronin surveys her option, decides to pass it out to Neen Briggs, but the line speed from England wasn't the greatest pass in the world, was it? But pressure from the Red Roses defence.
Yeah, just applying that pressure by speeding up. You just see Neve Briggs possibly looks up, sees someone running at her. She's been out for a while, so actually that pressure really builds. So you see white in the corner of your eye, then suddenly you drop that ball. I think the line speed was good there from England. However, when Katie kicked through, it was only Kelly Smith chasing it. And England need to watch out for that, because Katie does have such a good boot. Everybody needs to chase. And that's one thing by the players like Sarah Byrne and Poppy Cleal, who love hanging out on the wing and making those line breaks. But if they are out there when the kick's been put in, they've got to chase.
Conversation there between Neen Briggs, earning a 62nd cap tonight, outside the relatively inexperienced Nicole Cronin. Neen Briggs, of course, missed the Rugby World Cup in Ireland last year. No doubt had a big influence on their tournament. Ended up finishing 8th. This is the captain, Kira Griffin.
I think Neve Briggs just brings confidence to a team as well, and I think, yeah, they did really miss her out in the World Cup because she just, I think, brings a level of calm because they know they can rely on her boot to get them out of pressure, and then they can build around her.
Normally a fullback. What have you made of her as a fly half so far in this tournament, Kat?
Difficult to tell so far. Ireland haven't had too much ball, and I think that they've got a different style as well. Ireland are looking to kind of keep it tight, whereas England immediately, you've seen their intent. They're getting that ball wide. Danielle Waterman's touched it 3 times already.
Attacking scrum for England. Inside the Ireland 22, Hunter off the base. Matheson to Kildun. 7 caps, 8 tries. 4 in 4 games in the Six Nations, but again the breakdown not that smooth for England, and Ireland are happy with that again. They forced another error. It'll be an Ireland line-out.
They did a really good defence there of the blindside move off a scrum. They managed to push them towards touch, which is exactly as a defence what you want to end up doing. Force them to go towards that touch line.
It was a little bit lateral drifting across field, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Again, the line-out not working for Ireland. So England will have another shot at it. Mattinson, Daly McLean, Burford. Burford brought down by Nopu. Good tackle from the Ireland inside centre. Here's Kildun. Megan Williams brings her to the floor. Waterman with the clear out. Here's Hunter again, straightens the attack. Daly McLean decides to kick through again. It's behind Tyrrell, and it could be a try. And it may well be for Danielle Waterman. They're going to have a look at it. If it's all clear, that's 47 in Test rugby.
What fantastic vision there from Katie Daly McLean to just put it through. I thought Ellie might get there for a second, but Danielle Waterman gets over the line, gets that try. Maybe she will like the wing a little bit more now.
Well, it was the chip from Katie Daly McLean. She's used that tactic. All came from the dysfunctional line-out from an Ireland point of view.
Yeah, line-out's not been working for Ireland at all, which I'm surprised with, because with the England kind of reshuffle, they've got Poppy Cleal in the second row, isn't particularly going to be a jumper, and but they're managing defensively to steal Ireland's ball.
Clever, wasn't it?
Lovely kind of control there by Danielle Waterman, like diving over it, because these are skills that they're more difficult than they look. To go in, control it, get the grounding, like just showing her class there, and she'll be pretty happy with that one.
She looks like she's quite enjoying playing out on the wing.
Yeah,
Kat.
I don't think she particularly wanted to go there at first, just knowing her, but when she finishes like that, then I don't think she'll be complaining.
It really is an extraordinary career. 82 caps, 4 World Cups, 47 Test tries. Katie Daly McLean, the wide-out conversion, makes very good contact indeed. Straight enough, just slipped under the crossbar. Hannah Tyrrell playing fullback for Ireland. She was on the wing last week. So a good solid start from England. 5-0, 12 minutes in. They've had 90% of the ball so far. And if that continues, it's going to be a tough old game for the Ireland women.
Can we change time off, please?
Not only that, 3/4 of the match has been played down in the Ireland half of the pitch. So
Neve's not happy with the ball there. She's booted it off. Not playing with that one. Give me a better one.
fair enough. Neve Briggs has been around the block. She's a policewoman, so if she asks for change the rugby ball, you do so.
Yeah, I think you listen to her, and yeah, then they are.
Okay, sweet, thank you.
There we go. One just been kicked on from the. Oh no, we got 2 out there.
How many balls now?
Eventually, we'll take this kick off and get going.
Time back on.
Okay, so here we're back underway. Neve Briggs with the restart. Sarah Hunter.
Back in, outside. Advantage,
And then again, they'll just work their way out, go through their systems. Such an efficient rugby team. Mattinson.
Still advantage.
Daly McLean looks potentially giving it inside to Marley Packer, but Goes to ground. They continue coming the near side here. Poppy Cleal with another carry in this sequence. Flat pass there across to Abby Scott. Got that ball in well, and they've got the penalty, England. Slightly high tackle, I think, is the call from the referee.
Good play there by England as well, going through the phases. They had a good, again, a punch up by Poppy Cleal. They go round the corner, and what I'd love to see next is Katie Mattinson to actually look up and go blind, because actually the rewind was on there. Ireland had a forward out wide against Kelly Smith, and Kelly Smith has gas to burn. So I'd love to see her get early ball, have a go, and switch the switch the attack.
All good, Katie?
It's been a strong start from Poppy Cleal. Loose forward last week into the second row, replacing Tamara Taylor, a Centurion. There's been quite a few changes for this England team, rotational, and also a few players being replaced. There's Simon Middleton trying to broaden the base and give some young future stars a chance. Here's one of them, Katie Mattinson. There's a rugby for the Bristol club. Daly McLean with a long cut-out pass. That one's gone to ground, and here go Ireland. They're away. It's Nicole Cronin. Cronin, what a tackle. How important was that from Kelly Smith? 5 metres out, Ireland. Can they take advantage here? A rare opportunity. But have they turned it over at the breakdown? England have it. What a tackle from Kelly Smith. It was a loose pass from Daly McLean. And Kelly Smith has saved England there. Well, what a disappointment for Ireland. They had a great attacking opportunity 5 metres out, but they've turned it over. Daly McLean, no doubt with that pass in the back of her mind, hasn't found touch. Here's Tyrrell. Gives it inside to Galvin. Plenty of Irish support here at the Ricoh Arena for Ireland. A big weekend for England v Ireland rugby. And here come the Ireland women through Lindsay Peat, 37 years old, still going strong. Briggs shows and goes, brought down by Burford. Cronin. Cronin, who just got pulled down by Smith with the breakaway. Here comes Claire Malloy. Plays her rugby in England for the Bristol club. Error from Ireland, but they've got the penalty.
It's looking a lot better from Ireland now. They suddenly just seem to have that intercept of the loose pass off of Katie, and then to pick up and run about 50 metres there. Like, that's given them like a spark, and I think they're now playing with confidence. We can do it. We've got the ball. Let's look after it. But what a tackle from Kelly Smith there.
Briggs kicks to the sideline. They'll go the line-out drive. Here's another look at it.
Katie's so good normally at those flat passes. I've been on the receiving end of them. She puts them right out in front there. I think there was a slight bit of confusion of who it was going to, Kelly or Sarah Byrne, but Ireland get the line out here.
Aoife McDermott, an age grade basketball star, now playing rugby, grabs the line out for Ireland. There's Leah Lyons securing the ball. Just popped out the back of the Ireland breakdown. They're going to need to improve that efficiency on that part of the game. Just a little messy at times. They still have it under control. Here's Kira Griffin. She picks and goes. Here's Galvin's got herself involved in that ruck as well. Here's Malloy, comes in to sort it out. Use it call from Alamba Nievas. 5 metres out now, Ireland. Passed up on the kick at goal. Need to come away with some points here. 17 gone, down by 5. Cronin again. Paula Fitzpatrick with the carry that time. Here's the hooker, Maloney. 2 metres out, Ireland. They're almost there. It's Briggs. Neem Briggs. Shoved back over the line by England. Amy Cockayne with the tackle. Griffin has it at the back for Ireland. She'll drive low. Can she get over? Hits and spins. Ball's gone to floor. England have the penalty. What defence from the Red Roses. That's what the coach is looking for when you're under the pump. Hold tight, come up with the turnover.
Yeah, England under a lot of pressure there, and they were putting in the big hits, double tackles, the Amy Cockayne tackle there. And on that point, it's quite rare that you use your 10 to crash up to try and go over the line 5 metres out, but Ireland go for it. But Amy's read it well, she's got herself low, puts in the big hit, and eventually the pressure does affect them. It goes to ground, and then I think it's Danielle Waterman who reacts really well to this, dives onto it to make sure it's England ball.
Ciara Griffin, made captain by Adam Griggs, the Ireland head coach. The Ireland head coach's contract is actually up at the end of this Six Nations. There was quite a lot of controversy last year. There he is in the centre of shot. Jeff Carter alongside him, Adam Griggs, New Zealand born, coached Leinster women.
No, it's up for the head assessment.
There's quite a lot of uncertainty around whether his contract will be renewed, but he seems, Kat, to have done a pretty good job with this Ireland side, given the disappointment of the World Cup last year.
Yeah, I think he's like brought them in together, and you can see that in here that they are doing well. They've just got to be slightly more clinical. They've got, I mean, they've been to the England 5-metre line maybe 3-4 times and not come away with anything, and that's going to cost them later if it's a tight game here.
So Neen Briggs has gone off for a head injury assessment. She'll be off the field for 10 minutes, and Michelle Claffey has come on from the Blackrock College Rugby Football Club in Dublin.
This is the middle. So
here's another look at that.
Step. Thank you.
Surge towards the line from Ireland. They were all so close, weren't they?
Yeah, inches away from it and then just spilling it.
Good line-out win at the back from Abby Scott, but it was then thrown to Florin. England have had to check back here. And a penalty, Ireland. It's just what they were after. Marley Packer's not happy about something.
She's always in the thick of it. As anything's kicking off, Marley will be there. But again, I think that's another holding on penalty. So that's becoming a bit of a theme. So England are going to have to do more ball presentation. They're going to buy time for the support to get there and blast off the good jackling. Interesting, they've gone now for the points. They had a go at the going for the line, and now they've decided, right, we've been in here quite a while now. Let's come away with some points.
Yeah, seems sensible, doesn't it?
Yeah, right decision, I think, here, so they can start building momentum. Come within, England missed their kick, so, you know, they're within then getting a penalty.
Here's another look at that breakdown. It was Malloy with a turnover. Poppy Cleal just holding on a little bit too long on the floor.
If there's one person you want over a ball, it is Malloy. I think she's outstanding at that, and I think her stats, turnover-wise, I'd love to see them, because like it's something she is so good at.
Well, she was player of the match in their 2 wins they had in this Six Nations against Italy and Wales. It was Claire Malloy playing a 60-second test match tonight. Here's Hannah Tyrrell. As you can see, she's an all-round sportswoman. Left footer, no problem. Gets Ireland within 2.
Yeah, I think they'll be happy with that. They, after a couple of errors and things like that, to come away with those points, it now puts the pressure back onto England, and now obviously they get the ball back, they get to have another go.
So Ireland have been huffing and puffing here. They've got themselves back into this game. All the territory, all the possession was with the Red Roses, but they found some field position, kept hold of the rugby ball, went through the phases, and they're on the scoreboard. Here's Megan Williams.
Inside.
Stepping inside is Malloy again. Just reminder of the equation here. Any win for France in Colwyn Bay against Wales is enough for France to win the Grand Slam and the Six Nations title. If they don't win, and they don't pick up a bonus point, England are in a good position to take the title themselves. So it's still plenty to play for tonight. We'll bring you updates from that match in Colwyn Bay between Wales and France. Let's take a look at the table as it stands. And as it stands, with England leading here, well, that match hasn't kicked off yet, so a little bit harsh on France to have an as it stands table. They haven't even started playing yet, but you get the picture.
fine.
Here come England.
He's fine.
A slow-moving line-out drive, getting a little bit of momentum now. They decide to go. Daly McLean, Burford, cut-out pass to Ellie Kildunn. Here's Kildunn. What a Six Nations she's had.
Stay back.
Waterman and Burford, two veteran campaigners for England. What a tackle. What a hit that is on Marley Packer.
Leave it now.
She certainly would have felt that. Mattinson looks both ways, goes to Waterman. Back to Burford, more heavy defence here. Coming in from Ireland. That was Katie Fitzhenry that time.
Same time, so white ball.
Well, it'll be an England scrum, but there's another statement from Ireland here. They are not going to leave the Ricoh Arena without leaving everything out there.
Definitely not. I think Baxter was actually quite unlucky there. I think she'd got herself in a good position over the ball, got her hands on it, and I thought possibly had the rights to steal it. But good start. Oh, Leah Lyons putting in an absolutely huge hit there. One player you probably don't want to run into.
Leah Lyons, 105 kilograms she's listed at. Highfield Club and Munster. What a hit. And scrum power from Ireland as well, but England still have it. Kelly Smith with a lofted pass to Burford, manages to cling on. Daly McLean decides to chip through the Ireland defence once more. It works for Waterman. And England's try earlier on, not on that occasion. Effectively a turnover. So Ireland, a long way from home. They'll need to go through the phases here. That's Naupu, former Harlequins player, now playing a rugby in Galway. In Ireland, married to former Harlequin George Naupu. Penalty Ireland. So slowly but surely, that strong defence, holding on to the rugby ball. A few decisions starting to go their way.
Yeah, and I think that's a silly penalty there from Sarah Burns. She kind of rolls the wrong side of the ball. She's in the way. It's the side of the ref. It's just a stupid penalty. It's not even slowing the ball down. So need to get rid of those. Interesting decision from Katie Daly McLean to kick on that one. I think kick if you've got a shot, but otherwise, like you say, effectively it's a turnover. You're giving away possession. So it's kind of risk reward. I think keep the ball in hand. There's no rush. There's no panic. Yes, they're leading 2 points, but they don't need to be scoring immediately. They just need to build the phases and then build on the scoreline.
Clear go, please.
So Ireland with a line out. They've had the problems in this part of the game today, but that's been well brought down by McDermott. Naupu's shifted into fly half with Neen Briggs getting an HIA assessment.
Backwards.
Decide to go back the other way, but the pass is loose and it's into the hands of Tima. Another penalty, this time to England.
McDermott there just diving on the ball, which had been knocked on. So then if she's coming from an offside position. It's a tough one because as a player, I think you just react and want to go for the ball, but led to a penalty. And England now opting for the line out. Slightly too far out, possibly to go for driven, one of their go-tos, and one thing that's been working so well for them to get over that line.
It's not a wild pass from Nicole Cronin, wasn't it?
Okay, I have a look. Thank you.
Ethan McDermott unable to bring it in and then came off the boot of Galvin. End product is attacking England lineouts. 5-3, they lead Ireland. 25 minutes in. Fierce contest this, final round of the 2018 Women's Six Nations. England, Grand Slam out of the question, but a Six Nations title and a Triple Crown still in reach. Here's Packer at the back of this England line-out drive. The Red Roses have got a rumble on. You can hear the crowd here in Coventry getting behind them. Still going, the England 8. This is a big part of their game. So effective. She's almost there. And she's down. Marley Packer. That's 16 test tries. That's brutal from the Red Roses front 8.
What an incredible, I said possibly too far out to drive over. They proved me completely wrong. I mean, that is a good shift. I think as soon as Marley Packer got her hands on that, there was no way she was going to let Katie get her hands on it and pass that ball out. She was heading for that line. But that's such a difficult skill to be able to do and to keep it that tight and to keep pushing. And Ireland have a good defence of the line-out. So, yeah, incredible pack try there.
Marley Packer plays a rugby for the Saracens club. She's a former plumbing and heating engineer, so she's used to some heavy lifting. But it was the 7 forwards in front of her that had all the power. She was in the box seat at the back. So efficient from the Red Roses. End product, 5 points.
And that's a real message as well to Ireland, because they now know that if they give away penalties anywhere near that, England can kick for the corner. That's what they can do. So they're going to want to avoid doing that.
Daly McLean adds the extra 2. So England, a couple of good phases for them, have their second try. They lead Ireland by 12 points to 3. So strong at the set piece, this Red Roses side. Marley Packer made a test debut back in 2008, still going strong. So England, 2 tries to the good. There's a good run out here from Poppy Cleal for England. Mattinson. England putting some pace on the game now. Here's the hooker, Amy Cockayne. Her 41st test match tonight. Daly McLean, her opposite number, Neen Briggs, is back on the field, has passed the head injury assessment. Nolly Waterman on a lovely cut coming in from the left wing, beats a couple of Irish defenders.
Play on.
That's play on, says the referee. Ashley Baxter reacting well there for Ireland. Snaffling up Katie Mattinson, but perhaps a bit too enthusiastic there at the breakdown. Ireland, it'll be another penalty for England.
To your side.
It's so difficult when you're giving away so many penalties to build any momentum yourself. They, you know, Ireland have had the ball for a while. They had it for a passage of play and they came away with points. They kind of just need to ice the breakdowns, spread out, make sure they've got enough numbers on their feet and line speed England, rather than trying to win the ball at the breakdown, because they're just leaving themselves short. They're giving away penalties.
Yeah, it was a really good reaction, wasn't it, from Ashley Baxter? But look at Nolly Waterman, normally a fullback.
Such good footwork. She could just drive away in from the touchline, like so powerful, like with those short little steps.
Katie Daly McLean has made about 40 metres on the touch finder here. And here again come the England line-out drive. Most of the Irish forwards held off there, but there was one player caught in, so Maul is the call and they're still going. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, Red Roses. Packer's got it again. They're almost there. Have they got a third try? They're over the line. Sure thing. It's
Amy Cockayne.
Amy Cockayne with the score that time.
I think there, what Ireland were trying to do, I liked it, they'd all stepped back, apart from one. Paula Fitzpatrick had made contact. Now that's enough to make England allowed to drive. If you're going to stand off, everybody's got to stand off. It's got to be really clear to stop England with that drive. But a tactic possibly they'll be looking to use again next time. But yeah, great work.
They all stood off, didn't they?
5 comes around the side, I think, and she connects. But the rest of them all stand off.
But one player involved in them all, so the England players can bind up and head towards the Irish try line. You see what they're trying to do there, yeah. Ireland, but it almost self-destructed.
Yeah, but if Paula Fitzpatrick had got the message and she'd stood off as well, that then works. But they've got to, and that's possibly, again, Ireland needs to be more clinical in communication as well, because that could have been a really good tactic.
No, but it's not a maul. If she can tackle the ball carrier.
Great power from that England pack, though, isn't it? They're really dominating here.
As they often do in the Six Nations. And as we often see, Katie Daly McLean came into this game with 456 test points. Adds another 2.
Crowd really building here, actually. There's atmospheres going every time something's happening. There's getting cheers, like, but yeah, good numbers.
Great moment for Amy Cockayne. She scored 5 tries in the 2017 Six Nations, including a hat-trick in one game. She's got one here in Coventry. 19-3. England leading Ireland into the final 10 minutes of this first half.
Taking back.
Burford brought down on her own 22. Katie Mattinson, who's been very efficient tonight at the base of the scrum and the ruck. And a short ball there from Poppy Clear to Sarah Byrne. Heavy contact again coming in from Leah Lyons. She does enjoy a spot tackle. Slow ball for England though here. And Ireland have the turnover. So the Ireland women here can take stock. If they can pick up some more points here, Kat, before half-time and try and close this gap on England.
Yeah, close the gap, just stay in the game, keep ticking the points over. And then back to that Leah Lyons hit. I mean, Sarah Byrne, she's a big, strong girl. So to stop her running full pelt, that is a big hit. I like that England are starting to mix things up off the last few kickoffs. Poppy's caught it well, or sorry, Sarah Hunter's caught it well, popped it to Poppy, who runs it. This time that happens, Poppy gets it, passes it to Marley Packer. So it's shifting the points of attack so they don't become predictable, which I like to see.
Yeah, here's the turnover. There is Abby Scott going to ground. Just all a bit slow there, wasn't it?
Slow support, but Abby Scott doesn't do ball presentation. You've got to roll, you've got to work, you've got to, like, you can't, nowadays, especially against good tacklers, you can't just land on the floor after you've been tackled and think your job is done. It's not. You've got to work really hard, buy your support time, but saying that, the support didn't quite blast, they stood over, whereas you need to blast past that ball to just really make sure.
Neen Briggs kicked the winning points in Ireland women's win against the Black Ferns at the 2014 World Cup. From right in front, she's not going to miss from there. So 19-6 now, the scoreline. I guess, Kat, it's important every time Ireland get anywhere near the England try line, all those goalposts important, they come away with something.
Yes, definitely, and I think that has to be the tactic. Keep ticking over. Don't go for the high risk just yet, especially before half-time. Build on your score. Go in at half-time with a better distance between, and then you can then affect your tactics at half-time.
Yep. Okay.
Malloy down there.
Claire Malloy just getting a little bit of attention here from the trainer. We'll just have to pause here because she's right on that halfway line. Just going to give you a score update from Colwyn Bay. Remember, England need Wales to do them a favour and upset the Six Nations leaders, the Grand Slam elect French, and it's not going their way so far, England, because France lead it in Colwyn Bay by 7 points to 0. We'll update you with the table shortly. But here in Coventry, England leading Ireland 19-6, doing all they can do to keep this Six Nations race alive. Cronin. Here's a look at the table as it stands. As it stands, France win the Six Nations and the Grand Slam. Briggs under a bit of pressure there, but does get a kick away. Ellie Kildunn runs it back straight. Just holding on to her is Katie Fitzhenry. Daly McLean. Sarah Hunter. Brought down by Lindsay Peake. Good tackle. Daly McLean again. Nice inside ball. Burnfield, and here's Waterman again coming in off her left wing. We've seen that a couple of times already in this match. Poppy Cleal held up there, but well done from Waterman, like a loose forward there. Look at the leg drive from Nolly Waterman, but just as I say that, the ball's turned over and Ireland can try and secure possession here inside the final 5 minutes of this first half. Here's Lindsay Peake. Really is ferocious from both sides at the breakdown here. Briggs decides a little cute chip over the top. Has she got it back? It's Lungi Tima, however, who brings it down. So Briggs trying something, not quite coming off. Daly McLean, she likes to try things too. End over end to Tyrrell. Hannah Tyrrell, 27-year-old, her 15th test match tonight. Cronin. Here's Aoife McDermott, good carry from her. Cronin again. You can hear the shouts coming from the sideline to Paula Fitzpatrick, the veteran Ireland second row, to keep going, stay in the game, trying to rev up this Ireland women's team. 19-6 they trail. They want to finish their Six Nations on a high, but right now England in control. Here's one of the try scorers, Marley Packer. Really good game of rugby this. Women's Six Nations. How's that for a carry from Sarah Byrne? Mattinson. Quick hands. England almost an intercept from Neen Briggs.
Oh, what fantastic line speed and pressure they're putting on there.
Captain.
Well, referee Alain Nievas has just called time off here.
Okay.
Wants a conversation
just be
with...
careful, okay? Yeah, okay. Just be careful, okay? Back, please.
Kira Griffin, not
Yeah.
entirely sure what that was for.
Yes.
Because she goes, did she get one hand onto it? In which case, then that would be batting the ball down, and then, but I mean, I think it was just a flat pass.
Deliberate knock-on, we're hearing, might be the reason for the penalty. It's often the way you go for the intercept.
But if that
Game
looked
of inches,
like,
isn't it?
Yeah, and then if obviously if the ref deemed that they were in a scoreable position, England were, and you do that, then obviously that's then also a yellow card with it. But let's have a look. I think she's got two hands to that. I think she's gone to catch it and dropped it. It's actually hit off her chest. It's definitely not a one-hand back bound. Very unlucky there.
Very unlucky decision against Neen Briggs in Ireland. Two hands on the rugby ball. Hey-ho. Here come the Red Roses. Forward pack again. 2 tries from this phase of the game so far. The Ireland pack having all sorts of problems defending this line-out drive. Packer and Cocaine have already got a try, but somehow they brought it to ground. Legally so, says the referee, so England will have to play out. And they've turned it over. Well, there you go. They found a way to stop the England driving line-out.
And that's important as well, because if that would have been a third one going in there, then suddenly that's a very different game. So I think just making sure, they just seemed everybody hit that one. They seemed more decisive. They knew what they were going to try and do to try and stop them. Got in low and then big shove back.
They really have shown this Ireland team tonight so far, haven't they? That they, at points in this game, they really can match this England side. It's just about stringing it all together and cutting out the errors in their play.
Yeah, glimpses of intensity, but then errors, and then it just kills it.
They're going to have to put up a solid scrum here, because you get the feeling that the Red Roses forward pack fancy their chances here. 5 metres out. And you don't have to hook the rugby ball at scrum time. All 8 can push. And I reckon Clena Maloney, the Ireland hooker, might be under a little bit of pressure here to try and get this ball back to her number 8, Kira Griffin.
I think Sarah Hunter will be eyeing this one up to get a push over here.
England all 3 tries to the good. Look at the power coming on. Ireland pack disintegrates. Referee says there it is, you can play out. So Ireland, by hook or by crook, they have got themselves out of jail here. Briggs with the clearance, finds touch.
Lots of pressure there coming on that kick, the line speed through. There was 3 players, England players, actually running to try and charge that ball down. That shows the intent. It shows they are still fighting for this. They are down though, worrying there for Ireland.
Geez, it was a big scrum, wasn't it? I mean, often in this situation you see penalty straight away for that. But
England powered over, drove them to floor, it went to ground, like at the very least ball unplayable, but ref deemed it was all right and to play on.
Well, you've got to take your chances. Ireland have done that.
Yep. Yep.
As you can see, just 1 second left in this first half.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you.
So I'm going to be hoping they can get into the dressing rooms here without conceding any more points.
Okay.
19-6. The scoreline, remembering
All
and
good.
wanting Wales to help them out by pulling off a big result against France in Colwyn Bay.
We're getting asked to roll away quickly. Can you just see if they can roll away a bit quicker?
Okay.
So I think that's the reason we can't get in clear.
Yep.
We're just going to give you an update
Okay.
what's
Thank
happening in
you.
that match. Remember, it kicks off half an hour after our start here in Coventry, which isn't ideal in terms of a Six Nations race, but hey-ho, that's the way it's been scheduled. 14-0, we're hearing, is the score for France. So right now, the Red Roses are saying goodbye not only to the Grand Slam they gave away last week, but also the Six Nations title. No matter what they do here, remember, any win for France, any sort of win whatsoever, they started the final round 3 points ahead of England on the table. If they stay in front of Wales there, they will be crowned Six Nations champions with a Grand Slam. But that won't bother Sarah Byrne right now as she thunders towards the Ireland defence. As we've seen a few times already in this game. After a good bit of play from England, there's a turnover. Attempted clearance there from the Ireland front rower, Leah Lyons, who we've seen made some big tackles in this first half, and it's gone out. That'll do.
Not a lot of props having the confidence, I think, to actually kick that ball out, and under quite a bit of pressure as well.
Well, England has scored 3 tries in this first half. 19-6. They lead Ireland women here in Coventry. It's been entertaining so far. Ireland have had their moments, but right now it's the Red Roses who are in control.
Hi, man.
One.
The Red Roses lead Ireland by 19 points to 6. 3 first-half tries for England. Waterman, Packer and Cockayne, the 2 penalties for Ireland. The situation is England need Wales to do them a favour over in Colwyn Bay, but right now France are leading Wales by 14 points to 0. If France stay in front there, any win will do. They'll be crowned Six Nations champions alongside a cherished Grand Slam. But you can't control the uncontrollables.
Yep.
And right now, all England can do is keep doing as they're doing. Katie Daly-McLean gets the second half underway here at the Ricoh Arena in Coventry. And it's Nicole Cronin, who had a lively first half, gets the ball into touch. Kat, what would have been the messages from Simon Middleton at half-time for England?
I think a lot, keep doing what they're doing, a lot of that. I think the ball presentation, I know I keep going on about it, but I think that is key. So I think you'll be talking them through the breakdown to do more work, and then to also just read what Ireland are doing in the breakdown. Are they throwing in numbers, are they not? And to change accordingly.
England change. Amber Reid has come off the bench to start this second half for England. And here's Sarah Hunter. Marley Packer picked up a try off the line-out drive in the first half. Daly-McLean. Lovely ball from Danielle Waterman. Here's Ellie Kildunn. Still going, Kildunn. 4 tries already in this Six Nations. Sarah Hunter. England starting the second half with a lift in intensity. Pass just behind Packer. Brings it in well. Here's Kelly Smith, who
Release, ring.
brilliantly tracked back in that first half to stop an Ireland try-scoring chance. England 3 tries, a good counter-up coming in from Ireland, but England still have it. There's Amber Reid, first touch for her. Mattinson, Daly McLean, cut out ball. It's Nolly Waterman. Danielle Waterman can't quite get the offload to kill Dunn. England so dangerous down that left-hand side. Almost in for their 4th.
So exciting to watch that, because Amber Reid straight away comes on, makes an impact. She launches, she's the unsung hero. She launches an easy 15-metre pass out wide for Ellie to hit on at pace, and then that creates the line break, and then they work from there. But brilliant vision from Amber. Love that they're getting it wide and they're going for it.
Opportunity still here for England. Hunter with the take at the front of the line-out. Drive comes on, but there's the whistle from referee Alhambra Nievas. And it'll be an Ireland feed.
Ireland have been doing their homework. Yeah, they've obviously at half-time they've been having words, and then they've fixed it. It looks like they have, so they get the ball back now instead of in the first half. England was scoring those, so good work to them, adapting. Great work.
You see them holding off there in the first instance. And England just putting themselves offside as the call. But Ireland, defensive scrum, need to hang tough here, and they do so. Ciara Griffin, the captain, off the base of the scrum. Cronin to Briggs. And that vastly experienced boot of Neen Briggs gets Ireland out of their 22.
It's not quick.
And that's important for them as well, to take the pressure off, just let England attack from a lot further up the pitch, and then get a chance to get use the touchline, push up and drift there.
Cocaine try score in the first half. They go to the front of the line-out again, England. Little break here from Katie Mattinson into her first start for the Red Roses tonight. Offload here to Poppy Cleal. What a first half she had. Always putting her hand up to make yards for her team. Daly McLean. Wild pass, but it's been picked up by Kildunn. Here's Smith. Kelly Smith goes to ground and loses possession. And coming away with it is Louise Galvin. Finds an offload, it's Tyrrell. Sharp counter-attack from Ireland there. Paula Fitzpatrick. Cronin goes the same way, and Leah Lyons can't quite hold on to it. It's been knocked on. Line speed from England, we saw that in the first half, and it's come up trumps again. It's won them the turnover. Daly McLean chips it in behind. It's Megan Williams. Danielle Waterman throws her to the floor towards the touchline, just manages to stay inside. Lindsay Peet.
Ball is there, ball is there. Use it!
Briggs clears it.
For me, I can't see why Katie kicked that ball. I just can't see it at all. I think you give that ball early to Danielle Waterman. She's been carving up out wide. Get the ball in her hands, because at the very least she'll make a line break. Even if she gets tackled, England keep the ball. They get to play the phases. By kicking it away, you're just getting rid of possession.
Another line out for England, well taken by Abby Scott. There's the maul, says the referee, so the Red Roses can come back together and drive forward. Has been disrupted again.
Ball is there.
Lindsay Peet in there that time. Lovely weighted pass from Daly McLean, Amber Reid to team up. That was nice from the Red Roses. Good quick hands, lovely skill set. Daly McLean again, short ball to Kildunn. Well wrapped up by Sene Naupu. And they've thrown it forward, says the referee.
Katie doesn't look too happy with that decision. Some great offloads in before that, like 1, 2, 3, and then Tima does really well to go to ground and keep it. She doesn't force an extra one. So yeah, Nolly fighting through here. Amber again with the quick hands, and then instead of trying to rush an offload here when the defence are on her, she takes it to floor. Great decision.
So Danielle Waterman is England's all-time leading try scorer. What a career she's had. 4 World Cups.
Okay, sweet. Time back on.
82 Test match caps.
Green ball. Use the
Picked
mark,
up a
please.
couple against Scotland in the 3rd round. Normally a fullback, of course. Went with Team GB to the Rio Olympics in 2016. She is a marvellous rugby player. She's been a wonderful servant for this England women's rugby team.
Set. Hold.
Short arm free kick here
You must
for
stay.
Ireland. And they'll take that. They've been under pressure at scrum time in this match. So Lindsay Peate's got a bit to say. It's the Ireland Lisa prop with the green tape around her head.
If Briggs not too happy with the ref walking right in front of where she wants to kick it there.
She gets it out of the red zone. But again, England will feed the line out. So much possession and territory in this game. 3 tries to the good.
White
Grand
ball.
Slam's gone. Still fighting for a triple crown here. That's looking good, but the Six Nations title slipping away with France doing well against Wales in Colwyn Bay. Amber Reid decides to hold on and take it to the Ireland line. Matheson to Daly McLean again. Here's Kildunn, really does get into
Turnover is good.
fast pace very quickly indeed. There's another turnover there for Ireland. Marley
White, you are
Packer.
on the ground. You must stay
Straight
on
off her
to play
feet.
the ball. Turnover, Green was good.
And Baxter's in the thick of that for Ireland. She's always been there and thereabouts every time there's kind of a turnover. Her and Malloy working hard. They're in and amongst it. Molly didn't look too happy with that, did she, either, with that decision?
Keep getting the ball back, Ireland, but they just can't get out. More than 30 metres out of their own red zone, can they? They're still under pressure here. They've got the line-out throw, but they're deep in their own half.
Taking back in.
Long pass to Briggs. Griffin.
Rack.
A little bit slow to the breakdown there, Ireland, on that occasion. Manages just to hold on to it. Kalina Maloney. Cronin.
back in.
Briggs again. Megan Williams. Lindsay Peake. Leah Lyons, nice hands. Off to
Release
Aoife
now.
McDermott.
Take it
Briggs
back.
again. Manages to hoof that over the head of Ellie Kildunn, but she does love to counter. Here she goes. Real star of this tournament. Offloads nicely to Waterman. Those two working well together. All Six Nations long, 15 years between them. And England have the penalty this time.
You don't use the game.
Ireland not
and you
rolling
are
away.
off it when you try to play the ball.
I like there that Cronin's starting to get a bit feisty. She wasn't happy with where Sarah Byrne was, trying to slow the ball down as she's standing up. So she just pushes her back over the breakdown. No, I want this ball clean. So she's like dominating in there. And I think that's a really good thing for a young nine kind of coming through to like really dominate in that.
6. Okay.
Of course, one of the big talking points,
6.
Kat, about this Red Roses side this year is the contract situation between 7s and 15s and a lot of seasoned players out of the picture at the moment. Contracted purely to 7s, but it's given the likes of Ellie Kildunn and Katie Mattinson a chance, hasn't it, to step up and show what they've got. So no matter what you say about missing key players, Well, hey, you're finding a few as well.
Yeah, and that is the case. You give players the opportunity. Now, whether they step up and take it, like Ellie has, or whether they don't, you've at least given them that opportunity by missing those sevens players.
Abby Scott cleverly brings that ball down at the back of the line out. Kath O'Donnell was out there for England, but Ireland once again have snaffled it. Claire Malloy plays a rugby at Bristol, 62nd cap tonight. She is a out-and-out seven, a pure open side, and she showed it there.
England line-out so far going well, and I'd say that Abby Scott has led that very well, and she's controlled it. They've won some of Ireland's as well, but that one obviously just not going their way, and Ireland now get the butchered in a chance to attack. But again, it's from nearly in their 22. They're not really getting any positive possession in the other half.
So you can see that Leanne Riley in the 21 shirts out there for England. She's replaced Katie Matterson at scrum half. Another big scrum from England, but like she's done all night. Ciara Griffin off the base. There's Leah Lyons. She's been a real crowd favourite so far.
Backwards.
Pass goes to ground. Senena Upu picks it up. Briggs, inside ball to Maloney. Cronin with the left foot chip through. Kildunn reads it well, gets away from one tackle. Ellie Kildunn. Riley receives the clear out from Ireland. And Kelly Smith has to go in and help her teammate out. She does well, Smith. Riley to Daly McLean. That's been the 9-10 combination all Six Nations long up until this game. Quick hands there from Amber Reid, and Packer can't hold on to it. Lindsay Peake reacts. So Ireland are almost up to England half with the ball in hand. Up to the halfway line. It's taken them almost all half to carry the ball into England territory. Peatsy running through Kath O'Donnell. Briggs decides to kick high and wide. Wipers kick over the head of Danielle Waterman, and she can only let that bounce over the sideline, so good kick.
That's a fantastic kick, and I'll tell you why, because if you can get it between the fullback and the wing and get it to land completely in between them, perfect kick. And too many times when it's kicked, you see the back three just fielding it easily, whereas Briggs puts so much height on that ball. Okay, bounces, you can see between them, bounces out into the touch. So I'd say that both Nolly and Ellie were in good positions there, so it was an even better kick to manage to find the space between them.
So England, as they haven't too often do in this match, run it out from their own 22. Poppy Cleal with yet another carry. Reid with the kick over there to Tyrrell. She just manages to bring that in. And stutter step, and oh, look at the defence coming in. Really strong tackle. Vicky Cornborough.
Advantage not on.
England have forced the error. Here's Marley Packer. They'll play the advantage.
Advantage over.
Riley. England with an overlap opportunity. Here's Daly McLean stepping inside. The Red Roses starting to hit their straps, but just as I say that, it bounces out of the hands of Sarah Hunter. And Leah Lyons can slow it down for Ireland, or do they want to slow it down? They seem to want to pick up the pace themselves here.
Knock on advantage.
Advantage coming Ireland's way now. There's Claire Malloy. Referee just telling the England players at the breakdown to leave it alone. Advantage was coming Ireland's way. They'll go back for the scrum.
No, it's fine, it's fine. Knock on.
Some great footwork there by Katie Daly McLean. She just spots it and they sit off her, because that's the thing, actually, Katie is pretty fast, and she will kind of fight through those gaps. You can see it here. She's seen a slight overchase from Malloy. She'll then ball presentation, again, I've been banging on about it. She rolls along on the floor, makes sure it's pushed back to her team because she has made a line break. She buys the time for them to go through, and Leanne Riley is in there nice and quickly. Maybe again making sure she, I'll say dives out the way. I think it was more of a fall, but great kind of phases of play from England there.
How's that for a brains trust? Katie Daly-McLean, Danielle Waterman, Amber Reid and Sarah Hunter. There's a...
I'd say there's some pretty important chat going on there.
I was going to say a few hundred caps between that lot. She's playing a 99th test match tonight, Katie Daly-McLean. She's going to have to wait till August or later than that, the Autumn Internationals, to get her 100th. Let's have a look at the tries so far. They all came in the first half, and it was Katie Daly-McLean who set up Danielle Waterman with a lovely little right foot grubber. Tyrrell, the Ireland fullback, couldn't do anything about it. And then the Road Roses, as they so often do, got the line-out drive going. Marley Packer picks up a try. And then the hooker, Amy Cockayne, finished off their third. So 19-6, still 19-6, as it was at half-time. And a power game coming on again from England. But Claire Malloy has the wherewithal to pick it up and steal a couple of yards. The Ireland women fighting for every inch here at the Ricoh Arena. The Six Nations hasn't gone quite the way they wanted, but they want to finish on a high, and that pass from Nalpu to Fitzhenry has gone to deck.
Advantage is over.
And here come England. Daly-McLean again with the little chip through. It's still on the floor. Ireland need to deal with this. They could be in trouble once again. It's Louise Galvin. Just manages to pick up the scraps in front of her own goalposts. Daly-McLean all day long has used that tactic, that kick through the line. It's been causing Ireland all sorts of problems. Griffin. Briggs right foot under pressure. Just manages to get it away.
And that's if you're going to kick ball away, that's the way you deal with it. You have a great kick chase, okay, speeding through, so then you put the pressure back on Ireland. They're having to be forced to kick outside the 5 metre, which then means now England get possession back 15 metres out, which we've seen from this position in the first half. They can actually do a drive-in line-out maul off of it.
Cockayne feeds it. Just brought down by Poppy Cleal. One-handed. And England have it. Marley Packer off the base. Pick and go this time from Sarah Byrne. And here's Sarah Hunter playing 105th test match tonight. Former World Rugby Women's Player of the Year. Chance for England. Overlap on the far side. Kildunn. Kildunn! She's over. Ellie Kildunn, her 5th try of the Six Nations. Kildunn is absolutely killing it.
That is a great burst of pace onto that ball. Just that acceleration just gets her through that gap, and that would be a fantastic finish. I think they're looking at it. No, they've called it. Yeah, excellent. What a try, what a finish. Absolute power to get over that line.
Yet another try for Ellie Kildunn. She had Waterman outside her. Big carry from Sarah Hunter, wasn't it, to get the go forward for England.
And then pop it to Marley Packer to get that ball away after being hit so far. Fair play. And then tee up to move it across, and then that's a good power over the line, spinning out of the tackles. Tima gets that pass away nicely, and Ellie decides to go it herself and find the line. So great work.
Thank you, Stefano.
Well, the unbridled confidence of youth, 18 years of age, Ellie Kildunn. You think, shall I give it to the world champion, Danielle Waterman, outside me? Go in the corner, nah. I'll go myself and pick up another one. She has been devastating in this tournament. What a find for England rugby she has been.
And she seems like such a nice girl as well. I mean, I watched her for her first cap, and before she went on, she was like, her heart was pounding, she touched her chest, she just looked so proud to be able to play for her country, and that's what I love seeing from these young ones, being excited to play.
And with a smile on the face too, and why wouldn't you? 9 tries in 8 test matches. That's some start to a fledgling international rugby career. Ellie Kildunn, a Red Rose on the rise. And that's the bonus point for England. 26-6, they lead. Doing all they can here. Need France to somehow slip up against Wales. 19-3 at half-time is the score over there. So, as it stands, whatever England do here, it's going to be a Six Nations title and a Grand Slam for Les Bleus.
Advantage no gone.
But for these players out in the field for England, that'll be the furthest thing from their mind. They will just want to finish this Six Nations in the best possible way they can. And with 20 minutes to go, they're 4 tries to the good over Ireland. Poppy Cleal has been replaced by Shona Brown. And Poppy Cleal has been absolutely brilliant in this test match so far. Carry after carry for England, and a well-deserved rest for her. Shona Brown comes on for her second cap.
I think England are quite hard done by them, because Vicky Cornborough got herself over the ball. She was fighting for that, really pulling it across. Now, for me, that's holding on. Yeah, she's fighting for the ball, and they're keeping it down. So that really, I feel, should have gone a penalty the phase before to England. But as it is, obviously, Ireland have gone for the corner, and they're going to look to hopefully win their own line out and attack England.
Had a quick shot of Shona Brown there. There she is in picture with the tape around her head. Real late bloomer, didn't start playing rugby till the age of 25 years old. And here she is 3 years later, playing a second cap for the Red Roses. Can Ireland find a try? Perhaps they can give the Red Roses a dose of their own medicine with a line-out drive. Slightly broken up a little bit, and look at Sarah Hunter, she's stolen it for England. That's powerful work from the England skipper. Speaking of power, how about Sarah Byrne for a carry? Daly McLean, Nima, Amber Reid off to Waterman. Kildunn on the cut. Listen to the crowd. A record crowd here tonight for a Six Nations Women's International in England. We saw an enormous crowd, over 17,000 in Grenoble last week for the France-England game. A world record crowd, or a club record crowd at the Twickenham Stoop between Harlequins and England, Richmond. A bit of afters here. Looks like the Lions getting involved. And then Briggs has run in.
Right in the thick of it.
Go, please.
Something's wrong with her.
Policewoman by profession.
I think the main problem was that obviously it's an England penalty. They just want the ball, and I didn't see who had it, but they were holding on to it, not letting it come out. Not that England would quick tap it from here, I shouldn't imagine.
Penalty does go England's way.
It's just
Lindsay Peake getting a talking to from the referee.
Time off again.
It's like the England bench as well are warming up over there. A few players ready to come on. Oh, here's what starts it then.
Leanne Riley was in there. And here comes Lindsay Peake getting involved there on the left of shot just at the last minute.
Yeah, time back
A
on.
bit of a laugh while she was doing it.
We
She's a
play
school
now.
teacher by profession.
I think that's a typical back thing to do from Leanne Riley. Kind of start it off and then just walk away from it and then let everybody else run in and kind of go for that.
Time on.
Well, hey, the score might be 26-6, but this Ireland women's team, they're not going to lie down here. They're going to make England fight for everything. Katie Daly-McLean finds touch.
Yeah, that's one thing about Ireland. I think that even if they're down, they're never out. Oh, here we go. Subs looking to come on.
Looks like Simon Middleton's going to empty his bench here. None other than Rochelle Clark in the centre of shot there. Coming on for a 137th cap. She is the most capped England rugby player of all time. Amber Reid, short ball to Nima. Reid on the loop.
Leave it now, leave it!
Such a strong squad, so much depth. The likes of Amber Reid can come off the bench. Rocky Clark, speaking of quality, here's Kildunn. Steps inside, still going, Kildunn. Oh, she's lovely to watch, isn't she? Great feet and the offload. Kelly Smith now.
Leave it, leave it!
Riley. Daly-McLean to Hunter.
Release, ring!
Daly-McLean again. Reid, it's Amber Reid, straight through the gap. Amber Reid has scored England's 5th. And don't the crowd here in Coventry love that?
And that all started from the Ellie Kildunn break. I mean, she just is really coming into her own. This second half in particular, she's backing herself, she's running hard. And I love that Amber Reid actually is the one to cross the try line. She's so often the one that gives the pass for other people to score. And I think people are so used to drifting off her, she actually gets it. But look at the footwork here from Ellie as well. And she just won't go down when people start to tackle her. Instead of go with it, she just leg drives on, and it's brilliant to see Amber Reid there deciding, yeah, enough's enough, I'm going for it, and delighted for her.
Amber Reid with the outside break to finish it off. Ellie Kildunn with a break of her own to get the Red Roses down there. And that's what it means to them.
And I think the great thing about Ellie is that she's not just quick. She has got the footwork, she has got power, she's kind of getting that complete package, and I feel she's growing with each game.
So Daly-McLean on the occasion of a 99th Test match. Another conversion for her, and it's through the sticks. So that's 33-6 now for England. Inside the final 15 minutes.
England have made those changes, so I can see Rocky Clark on the pitch. Justine Lucas as well.
Thank you.
And Zoe Harrison as well, the Saracen fly half, just 19. And there is Rocky Clark, 137th cap for England. A quite extraordinary career.
She just lives and breathes rugby. She absolutely is so dedicated to it, and yeah, great to see her on the pitch. And she gets to start off pretty much straight away with the scrum. So it's good to see almost the whole front row. You can see how much it means to her. I think she has cried pretty much all 137 times of the anthems, but yeah, you can just see the passion and what it means to her to play for England.
She made a debut back in 2003. She's played in 4 Rugby World Cups. She's the most capped front rower of all time, man or woman. She's only got George Gregan, who's on 139, Brian O'Driscoll, who's on 141 caps, and Richie McCaw in front of her.
Oh, I think she'll be wanting to go for those records. She'll be definitely having her eye on those records to reach number 1.
Sene Naupu. Elisa Hughes, new scrum half for Ireland, in the 21 shirt. Kiara Cooney's out on the field as well, wearing number 19. Hughes again. Nupu. Claffey. Here's Tyrrell, the fullback. That's a really nice offload to Louise Galvin. Galvin's away. Good pace from Galvin down the near side. Laura Feely now. Hughes again to Claire Malloy. Malloy, she'll keep going all day long. Nupu with the pass to Megan Williams, but Williams can't hold on to it, so all that good work from Ireland. Clever break from Louise Galvin, undone by the error.
I think Galvin's been key actually for Ireland, because when they have had line breaks, it has been through her. She's got great reactions as well. If a ball goes to floor, she's on it. She'll react on those turnovers.
Stop. 6 green also.
Here's another look at the break from Louise Galvin.
So good hands from Tyrrell, and then good hand off, and then a great step back in. Fights to keep the ball, pushing it back. Great play by Galvin there.
We wait for the subs. Yeah, thank you. Time back on. Yeah, everyone new.
So hugs all around on the bench for Ireland. It's been a long, hard Six Nations campaign for them. They started off with a 24-0 defeat to France, a couple of home wins over Italy and Wales, and then fell to Scotland at home last weekend. That's the one that really hurt them. And they've done everything they can to try and find a way through this Red Roses team here today, but so far just the 2 penalties from the first half. Here's Paula Fitzpatrick, 32-year-old. She's still going strong. Katie Fitzhenry. Ashley Baxter has been replaced by Anna Kaplis. There's Kira O'Connor. Hughes again. Fiona Reedy. Replacement prop out there in the number 18 shirt. Here's Laura Feely.
Release, wait!
Approaching the final 10 minutes here. Sene Nupu off to Kira Cooney. Nupu again. Bounce pass, hard to take for Claffey, but bursting through here is Katie Fitzhenry. Waterman with the tackle for England. How often do you see that? The bounce pass confusing a defence. Here's Nupu. Tries to get the hands free for the offload. Going in for the turnover is Amber Reid. Can't quite get it. Counter-up coming in from Reid. Claffey. Fitzpatrick. Slightly high tackle there from Clark. Advantage coming, and the penalty.
Yeah, that was a desperate attempt there from Clark. She was covering across and then just goes that bit too high, giving Ireland the opportunity now. It looks like they're pointing towards, Griffin's pointing towards the corner, because they want another go at that line out.
Yeah, nothing to come in this game for them for taking 3 points. They're going to go for a try, and good on them. Fitzhenry reacted really quickly here, didn't she?
Yeah, great reactions. I think England possibly thought it was a knock-on, but actually there's nothing in that. She's just reacted, picks it up, burst through, and England then are always having to chase to get back.
Kira O'Connor from the Galwegians club feeds the line out. And Ireland have it. They've been in a big fight all night long against this England front eight, but they look pretty well set here. And that's Claire Malloy in the box seat, heading towards the England try line. Still moving forward. Almost there, Ireland. Have they got their first try? Yes, they have. It's Claire Malloy. And there is no more deserving player in this Ireland team than Malloy. Gets the try. It won't be enough on the night, but that will please the followers of this Ireland women team.
I think they deserve the try here as well. Very clever. They keep Malloy up in the air for just long enough that England can't just smash it, so they have to wait, Ireland get themselves ready, they get a good drive going there, and yeah, they deserve that, and I'm pleased for them because so many times they've been so close but just not quite pulled it off. So great work from Ireland there.
And of course, it's a part of the game that the Red Roses really pride themselves on, that driving line out. And look at Claire Malloy still urging her teammates on, saying we want to get back down there. Look, girls, we want to get good field position and possession and get another try and finish out 2018 Six Nations with a flourish.
Yeah, because they're another team that's kind of looking for redemption from, you know, from World Cup. You know, it's in Ireland. They didn't finish anywhere near where they wanted to, and things haven't been going that well for them. So they're going to want to finish on a high as well, because there's a big break now. So then, you know, it's all just about then thinking for the future now and then focusing.
Zoe Harrison gets us back underway. 33-11, England lead Ireland. We're hearing from Colwyn Bay that France are leading Wales still by 19 points to 3 into the second half there. So as it stands, France will be crowned 2018 Six Nations champions. And of course, a highly valued Grand Slam. That's just what England did last year. Riley, O'Connor, Clark tries to clear out, gets shoved out of the way by Hughes. Here's a break here now, it's Riley. Ireland really trying to finish this game strongly, inside the final 7 minutes into England territory. Naupu to Fitzpatrick.
Leave it now, leave it!
Elisa Hughes. Good sharp line there from Kaplis. Hughes again. Naupu. Slightly high tackle again there. Perhaps unseen by the referee that time. Fitzpatrick. Heavy defence coming in from the Red Roses. And the wraparound. Kaplis again. Hughes. Shaping for the kick was Kim Flood. Started at fullback last week. Had to make do with a spot off the bench here, and England have the turnover.
Holding. You must release in the ground, okay?
Important turnover.
Justine Lucas.
Yeah, important turnover there as well for Ireland. So well done for Justine Lucas, because Ireland were starting to build that momentum. They're off the back of a try. They're off another line break, looking to go again. So to get that turnover, really important, because now England are going to have some decent territory and possession. Oh, unless she misses the
Doesn't find touch. Here comes Louise Galvin. She's had a bright second half in this match, Galvin. Her first start for Ireland tonight. Nupu played quite a lot of the game at fly half. Hannah Tyrrell crawls another couple of inches. Hughes off the deck to Malloy. Malloy, try scorer for Ireland in the second half. Here's Kaplis. Pigtails flowing, gets the offload, but it's been stripped out of the tackle by Lark Davis for England. Waterman.
Over.
Daly McLean. Hunter, chance here on the near side, Kildunn to Kelly Smith. Beats one, looks for the offload and can't quite get it away. Ball goes to floor and there's been a knock on.
Almost great link play there between the two of them. I could see what she was trying to do. She pulled that defender in and trying to get that offload around the back to the outside, but in doing so has spilt it. But sometimes you've got to make those errors because you've just got to have a go. So showing her pace here, decides to go to the outside, then steps in, and then just that one-handed offload, tries to regather it back. But I see what she was trying to do there.
Time off, please.
I understand why that combination works so well. Kelly Smith plays alongside Ellie Kildunn at the Gloucester Hartbury Club.
Yes.
Her first start for England
Time back on. Good one
tonight.
now.
So it's time to announce the player of the match for this game. And Kat Merchant, who have you chosen?
Tonight I've chosen Ellie Kilden. I think she's had a fantastic game. She is still, we spoke about her beforehand, and she has delivered today, because there is pressure on players when people are talking them up, and she's delivered.
So Ellie Kilden not needing to make a tackle on that occasion. The forwards have done the job. Hunter, the captain, Packer, trying to find Kilden. That ball goes to deck and she just can't quite pick it up. A little knock on there. But she has been excellent once again, just 18 years of age. She is the 2018 Women's Six Nations Player of the Match, Ellie Kilden. What a tournament she's had.
So hopefully we can see her going now. So here she's in for her first one, just decides to go, and then look, there's two players that are trying to fight to tackle her down there. She just powers on through to get over that try line. So that's a really good finish from her. But not only that, she's counter-attacked well, she's fielded back 3 kicks, just an all-round good game.
Ireland with a bit more possession, no poop. Approaching the final 2 minutes here. Hughes at the base of the ruck. Can't pick it up cleanly. England will play on. And here they come. Daly McLean, she's played every minute. Here's Kelly Smith. What a bright game she's had. Tracks back in the first half at a crucial point in the game when the Ireland scrum half, Nicole Cronin, was away and heading towards the try line. It was a great piece of defensive work. Riley. Packer offloads to Brown. Riley again. Cut out ball, quick hands to Waterman. Daniel Waterman.
Leave it now, leave it.
Picked up yet another test try in the first half. Is Packer also crossed for the Red Roses. Riley again. Reid, another try scorer for England. Ball over the top. Spot tackle comes in. Ireland playing right to the end here. Rocky Clark with the tackle. Hughes for Nopu. Here's Fitzhenry. Nice ball to Tyrrell. You won't get past Daniel Waterman.
She's the one advantage of putting Daniel Waterman from fullback to the wing is her tackling, and actually I feel she gets to tackle more on the wing, because sometimes playing for a dominant team, fullbacks don't actually have to make that many tackles, but on the wing we've seen her absolutely smash it, really pushing them into touch there, and just so strong from her here. Like Tyrrell tries a little bit of footwork, Nolly's not having any of it, nice low hit, drives her into touch.
Well, what a crowd we've had here tonight. It's a record crowd for a Women's Six Nations match in England. There have been some huge audiences for women's rugby in the last few weeks. That extraordinary crowd at the Stade des Alpes in Grenoble last weekend that willed their French team past England. And here there's more numbers here as we look forward to the under-20s fixture that follows this match here at the Ricoh Arena tonight. Big weekend for England v Ireland. St Patrick's Day tomorrow, of course. The Ireland men going for a Grand Slam at Twickenham.
No. The time is off. She's here.
They want to get back underway here, England, but they can't because we've still got a player down injured. Just a few seconds to go.
Are you okay?
Yeah, Lark was ready to go, wasn't she? She's ready to throw that ball in, and Russ pointing out player on the floor.
Lark Davis plays for the Worcester Valkyries. Throwing to this line out. Kath O'Donnell with the take. Marley Packer still driving forward for England. She just loves it. Wants to keep playing. 33-11. 5 tries to 1. England. Yet another drive into the Ireland territory. Cut-out pass, Waterman, Daly McLean, she's got Smith outside her, fixes the defender, Smith cuts in. Couldn't quite get it away to Kildun. Riley goes digging. Reed to Packer. Big crowd here would love to see the Red Roses get another try here. Time's up on the clock. Here they come again, Reed. It's Daly McLean, as we so often see, gets the offload, but it's Reed who can't quite take it back on the run around. And that'll do it. No bother. It's been a fine performance from the Red Roses and a standing ovation at the Ricoh Arena. It's the first time in 3 years that England have brought a Women's Six Nations match outside of London, and they have loved it up here in the West Midlands. Ireland showed their stuff, picked up a try through Malloy, but England, far too good. They have beaten Ireland here by 33 points to 11. So, Cat Merchant, it looks like the Six Nations race is lost with what France are doing at Colwyn Bay against Wales, but that was a solid show from the Red Roses.
Yeah, a really good performance. It started with the pack. I think they were dominant, especially in lineouts, also in the scrum. Some big hard carriers in Poppy Cleal.